Breaking na breaking news mga kababayan, Senador Marcoleta, hindi tumiklop, sumabog sa galit mga kababayan at talagang pumalag na. Dahil nga po sa panggigipit sa kanya dito sa Senado para mabuwag ang Great 13 Senators. Alam nyo kung bakit mga kababayan? Ito po ang plano nila Tito Soto at Ping Lacson na basagin at sirain ang 13 na senador. Alam nyo kung bakit? Gusto nilang bumalik sa pwesto. Kasi nga po dito, ayaw nila na magsimula ang flood control issue. Dito po mga kababayan, di ba kinasuhan na po si Senador Marcoleta na pinangunahan po ng ombudsman na si Boying Rimulya. So ngayon mga kababayan, sabi ni Senador Marcoleta, hindi nyo ako mapipigil ang babangga giba-giba dito. Mga kababayan ko, kahit anong gawin nyong panggigipit sa akin, hindi kayo uubra. Hindi ako mapapatahimik basta katwiran at katotohanan ang pag-uusapan. Isipin nyo mga kababayan kung sino ang mga lumalaban sa korupsyon. Sila po ang ginigipit ngayon at pinapatahimik. Naku po, eto na si Senador Marcoleta. Hindi talaga nagpatalo. Hindi talaga nagpatiklop. Pakinggan po natin ang umaapoy na balitaktakan. Nagka-tension mga kababayan. Pati itong si Meg Subiri umiyak. Dahil nga po sa presentation ni Manang Aimee na video. Dahil nga po sa pinag-uusapan ng mga kawatan na mga maletagang na konas, papalitan nila ang konstitusyon para buwagin ang Senado, para mag-extend itong kanilang amo, para maging monarchy daw itong pinag-uusapan mga kababayan. Papayag ba naman ng taong bayan? Papayag ba naman si Senador Marcoleta? Naku po, ito na ang pasabog. Magugulat po kayo. Nagkagulo talaga dito. Senador Marcoleta, hindi talaga nagpatalo. Naku po, gulo na talaga ito.
He be recognized, Madam President.
Thank you. We recognize Senator Rodante Marcoleta on a matter of personal and collective privilege.
Thank you, Madam President. Madam President, distinguished colleagues of this chamber, and my beloved countrymen, there are moments in the life of a republic when silence becomes easier than speech, when comfort becomes more tempting than courage, and when public office is tested not by applause, but by pressure. This is one of those moments, Madam President. I rise today on a question of privilege. Just last week, I was stunned with the shadow of a complaint filed by the Field Investigation Bureau, Office of the Deputy Ombudsman for Luzon. A complaint perfectly timed, wrapped in legal language, amplified by noise, and aimed not merely at my person, but at my independence. I stand before you not as a man begging to be understood, not as a senator asking to be spared, and not as an accused shrinking from the weight of accusation. Rather, I am here as a servant of the Constitution, elected by the people, bound by oath, and determined to perform my duty without fear, without favor, and without surrender. The complaint arrived while the Senate is confronted with uncomfortable truths, namely, the pending continuation of the investigation of the anomalous flood control projects, the approaching constitutional burden of an impeachment trial, and the growing pressure upon this institution to surrender its independence through political maneuvering disguised as constitutional reform. Let us not pretend that this complaint came in a vacuum. The pattern is too visible to ignore. First, remove the inconvenient voices from the inquiry, then weaken those who refuse to conform, then frighten others into silence and submission before the decisive constitutional battles begin.
O, kita nyo mga kababayan, ganito po ang ginagawa ng mga buhaya na politiko sa gobyerno ngayon, kung sino yung mga maiingay, kung sino yung mga alam nilang kalaban na maiingay na talagang malakas ang karisma para labanan ang katwiran at katotohanan, inaalis po nila gaya ni Senador Marcoleta. Ganito po ginigipit si Caro Dante ngayon, mga kababayan ko, dahil po siya talaga ang pinakamatapang na senador na talagang very vocal kung ang pag-uusapan ay flood control issue. Lahat ng mga buhayang malalaki, binabangga niya at ginagawa niyang pulbus, mga kababayan. Kaya pinagtutulong-tulungan ng mga Hestas Barabas si Senador Marcoleta para tumahimik. Ito ang sinasabi ni Senador Marcoleta ngayon. Nako po, nagka-tension na talaga.
Mr. President, this is not merely about a complaint. The trump-up charges filed against me and some of my friends are not merely legal accusations. They form part of a deeper and more nefarious design to intimidate independent voices, to punish dissent, and to warn every senator that the price of asking hard questions could lead to personal damnation. If the intention of these cases is to silence me, let me say this at the very beginning. It has failed. I will not be silenced. I did not seek public office to become comfortable, Madam President. I did not take my oath merely to occupy a seat in this chamber while billions disappear into darkness, while constitutional processes are manipulated by pressure, or while the Senate is slowly conditioned to fear retaliation for independent judgment. I did not take my oath to serve only when service is convenient. I did not come to this chamber to lend my voice when power applauds and withdraw it when power becomes displeased. The senator is not elected to be timid. The senator is not sworn into office to become a spectator while the Constitution is tested, while impeachment proceedings demand judgment, and while the people cry out for truth about the wide-scale theft of public funds.
This B7000 glue is super easy to use.
Ayan, mga kababayan, hindi talaga titiklop si Senador Marcoleta. Talagang grabe kasi mga kawatan ngayon, mga kababayan ko. Kung sino po, yung mga nakabarong, nakakurbata, talagang akala mo mga legal na po ang pagnanakaw ngayon. Isipin nyo, ni isang politiko na nasa pwesto, na dawit sa pagnanakaw, ay wala pong nakukulong. Laging nasa bakasyon po, mga kababayan, at punong-puno ng maleta ang kanyang kwarto. At yung mga lumalaban talaga, ang ginigipit nila, mga Hestas Barabas Balasubas. Grabe na talaga ang bansang ito. Wala na pong hustisya. Kung sino yung mga lumalaban sa katiwalian, yun ang kanilang pinapatahimik. Naku po, mga kababayan ko, gising na.
Instead, a senator is elected to stand, to examine, to question, to decide, and when necessary, to resist. This is what I intend to do. So let the complaint be examined. Let the evidence be tested. Let the law speak. I will answer in the proper forum with documents, with facts, and with the calm confidence of one who knows that accusation is not proof, that attacks couched in legal veil do not constitute the truth. And before the Filipino people, I must say what is plain. A complaint without nexus is not justice. A complaint without evidence is public injury, official favor, corrupt consideration, or abuse of office is not accountability. It is machinery. It is pressure. It is a warning shot fired at those who refuse to kneel. And if that warning was meant for me, Mr. President, then the answer is very clear. It failed. The complaint against me speaks of amounts. It speaks of dates. It speaks of suspicion. But suspicion is not evidence. Amount is not corruption. Political inconvenience is not probable cause. An accusation, no matter how loudly repeated, is not proof. It is a theater. It is pressure. It is machination. Let me state the legal defenses plainly on the allegations against me. The law did not define the limits of liberality among friends. They did not say that friendship must stop at a number chosen by one's accusers. They did not say that generosity becomes criminal merely because the amount is substantial. What the law forbids is not liberality. It forbids corruption. What it condemns is not friendship. It condemns the sale of public duty. At least I stated the truth. At least I faced the issue. At least I did not hide behind silence. So I ask, what of those who receive support, gifts, donations, favors, or assistance for their own electoral campaigns and keep them beyond public scrutiny? Shall the law be a sword only against those who dissent and shield for those who belong to the circle of the powerful? If transparency is demanded, let it be demanded of all. If public morality is the standard, let no one be exempt because of wealth, alliance, influence, or proximity to power. And so I speak again, clearly and directly. What official act did I sell? What vote did I promise? What public fund did I touch? What government contract was delivered? What favor was asked, promised, or given? If they cannot answer these questions, then this complaint is not the pursuit of justice. It is a deliberate attempt to silence dissent. But this is larger than me. This is not a fight for one man. This is not a fight for one faction. This is not a fight for political survival. This is a fight for whether the Filipino people may still have senators capable of questioning, investigating, judging, and speaking freely without fear or favor.
Ayan mga kababayan ko, sinasabing ko nga sa inyo ang babangga kay Senador Marcoleta, giba-giba dito. Dahil ang kanyang ipinaglalaban ay interes ng bayan. Subukan yung galawin si Senador Marcoleta, lalanggamin kayo. Nako po, dahil si Senador Marcoleta, ang senador ng bayan, ang lumalaban sa katiwalian, ang dumudurog sa mga buwaya na Judas, Hestas, Barabas. Kaya hindi nyo kaya si Senador Marcoleta kung ang pag-uusapan ay katwiran at dangal. Gusto nyo kasing paluhurin, gusto nyo tiklopin ni Senador Marcoleta ang kanyang mga tuhod para kayo ay sambahin. Hindi pwede yun. Tapos kung ano-ano mga issue, mga kaso ang ginagawa nyo para dungisan ang kanyang puting damit. Magbigay kayo ng mga ebidensya na humingi yung mga donor ng mga pabor. Diba mga kababayan, kung hindi nyo masagot yan, wala kayong laban. Di nyo alam si Senador Marcoleta. Pag ginalaw nyo yan, naku po, buong Pilipinas ang kalaban nyo. Milyon-milyon ang seguridad na nakapaligid dyan. Sinasabi ko sa inyo, lalanggamin kayo na parang higante. Kahit higante pa kayo, lalanggamin kayo ng milyon-milyon na langgam. Diba mga kababayan ko, kaya dito, kay Marcoleta, papanig ang bayan kasi wala kayo sa katwiran, mga Hestas, Barabas kayo. Kahit anong gawin nyong panggigipit, hindi papatalo si Senador Marcoleta. Saan ka nakakita? Lumalaban sa corruption, aba sila pa ang nagigipit. Mga Hestas, Barabas. Naku, kilala nyo kung sino ang mga ito mga kababayan. Tapos magmamayabang na kailangan ibalik ang imahe ng Senado. Pag kami na ang namahala, pag kami na ang nasa kapangyarihan, aba, yan ang pinagyayabang ni Tito Soto at Ping Lacson at ni Gatchalian. Si Gatchalian daw ang magiging Senate President. Ang tanong ng bayan, one bull again? Hindi ka abogado, magyayabang ka ng ganyan. Ibig sabihin, nung kayo nila Tito Soto at Ping Lacson, mataas ang tingin sa Senado. Hoy, wag nga kayong magmalinis. Kayo ang dahilan kaya dumumi ang imahe ng Senado. Pinagtatakpan nyo ang mga Hestas Barabas na mga korap. Yan ang sinasabi ng taong bayan. Ang tanong ni Senador Marcoleta, magkano ba ang maleta ang isinampal sa mga mukha nyo? Mga Hestas Barabas kayo. Naku po, mga kababayan, magagalit ka talaga dito. Nagagalit ang taong bayan sa inyo.
When this chamber is called upon to sit in impeachment proceedings, we are not merely politicians. We are senator judges. We are bound to listen, to weigh evidence, to apply the Constitution, and to act according to our conscience. That responsibility cannot be curtailed by fear, pressure, harassment, or manufactured accusation. No one should be allowed to intimidate a senator judge into silence. No one should be allowed to punish a member of this chamber for ensuring that impeachment must be governed by law, evidence, due process, and conscience. Whether one favors or opposes any party in those proceedings, that's not the point. The point is whether the Constitution shall speak above political convenience. I will perform that duty, Madam President. I will listen. I will weigh the evidence. I will obey the Constitution. I will not prejudge. I will not be dictated upon. I will not surrender the independence of my vote to any power outside this chamber. Even if the path becomes lonely, I will walk it. Even if the attacks become heavier, I will endure them. Even if my voice becomes inconvenient to the powerful, I will continue to speak the way I should. The same is true of the Senate's investigation of the flood control scandal. That inquiry must continue. It must not be weakened. It must not be derailed. It must not be silenced. If there has been grand-scale theft from the country's coffers, then that is among the greatest sins of our modern public life. It is not ordinary corruption. It is the stealing of safety from communities that drown. It is the stealing of roads from farmers. It is the stealing of classrooms from children. It is stealing of medicine from the sick, wages from workers, and hope from taxpayers who labor honestly while others feast on public money. No senator should be silenced when the duty is to follow the trail of the public's money. No committee should be weakened when the task is to expose corruption. No voice should be threatened when the question before the nation is whether the billions intended for the people were ransacked by bandits of insatiable greed. I do not fear imprisonment. I fear
Ayan mga kababayan ko, hindi natatakot makulong si Senador Marcoleta. Yan ang sinasabi natin dyan. Subukan nyong galawin si Senador Marcoleta. Sinasabi ko sa inyo. Ito yung mga nakikita ko sa aking mga pangitain na pag si Marcoleta ang ginalaw nyo, pag si Marcoleta ang hinaras nyo, para kayong nagtampo sa bigas. Sinasabi ko sa inyo, yan yung mga nakikita ng aking mga pangitain sa kristal na bola. Mga kababayan, sinasabi ko sa inyo, ang seguridad ni Marcoleta, 5 million hanggang 10 million na taong bayan. Magmumultiply pa yan. Naku, sinasabi ko sa inyo, itry nyong i-arrestuin si Marcoleta, lalanggamin kayo. Naku po, sinasabi ko sa inyo, yan yung nakikita ko sa aking pangitain eh. Talagang hindi papayag ang taong bayan na galawin niyo si Senador Marcoleta. Naku po.
freedom itself is imprisoned. I fear a republic where legal processes are twisted into weapons, where dissenting voices in the Senate are mechanically trimmed down, and where the rich and the powerful elite manipulate institutions so that only their chosen voices may be heard. While others may refuse to speak because of threats, I will not. Madam President, I will not let fear write my narrative. I will not let intimidation decide my vote. Make me bleed, and I will still shout out to the high heavens for truth and justice. Push me against the wall, and I will still push back with all the lawful strength that conscience, evidence, faith, and duty can give me.
Yan yung sinasabi natin, kahit paduguin nyo, kahit dumugo si Marcoleta, hindi nyo kayang pabaliktarin, hindi nyo kayang paluhurin. Mga Hestas, Barabas, Judas! Ganyan ang senador ng bayan, Senador Marcoleta. Kaya nga nanalo yan eh. Ibinoto ng 10 million na mga Pilipino para maging senador. Nakatakda ito na maging vice-presidente, mga kababayan. Nako po, sinasabi ko sa inyo, hindi nyo basta-basta magagalaw si Senador Marcoleta.
Not with violence, not with hatred, not with recklessness, but within the Constitution, in my hand, the law in my shield, the truth as my voice, and the Filipino people as my reason. Nelson Mandela once spoke of a democratic and free society as an ideal for which he was prepared, if necessary, to die. I do not compare myself to Mandela. I am too little to even try, Madam President. But I understand the burden of that lesson. Freedom is never preserved by the silent. It is preserved by those who still speak when silence becomes the safer choice. And so I say this to those who believe that cases can frighten us, that accusation can tame us, that pressure can make us forget the oath we took before the people. You have misread the Senate. You have misread the Constitution. You have misread me. May I repeat? I will answer this complaint in the proper forum, calmly, firmly, and with evidence. I will sit in impeachment proceedings with conscience, impartiality, and due regard for the record. I will pursue the examination of flood control anomalies with courage, fairness, and determination. I will not allow public funds meant to protect our people from floods to disappear into the hands of those who already had too much. I will not allow the greatest theft of our time to be buried under intimidation. Even if I am the only one left standing, I will stand. Even if my voice is the last one they wish to hear, I will still speak. Even if the path becomes lonely, difficult, and costly, I will continue because the oath I took was not ceremonial. It was not a line recited for record. It was a solemn charge from the Filipino people to defend the Constitution, to guard the public trust, and to act with courage when silence becomes convenient. Let those who weaponize the law answer to history. Let those who steal from the people answer to justice. Let those who seek to silence dissent understand this. A senator who remembers his oath cannot be purchased by comfort, cannot be subdued by threats, and cannot be defeated by fear. Madam President, kaya po ba nila kong ipakulong? Kayang-kaya po nila. Nagawa nga po nilang umimbento ng krimen laban sa akin. Kamakailan lamang po, hindi pa nagtatagal, dito rin sa bulwagang ito, somebody said, sometimes you need to bend the law to be able to please the people. Am I right, Mr. Secretary Remulla? Secretary Remulla, then Secretary of Justice, now Ombudsman, said loudly, yes, sir. So pwede na nang baluktutin lahat, kagaya ng pambabaluktot na ginawa nila. Pero sinasabi ko, Madam President, they can imprison me, they can arrest me, but I tell them, they still will not win. Itaga nila yon sa bato. Madam President, before ending, let me share the declarations of our Lord God in Isaiah 54:17. No weapon forged against you will prevail. You will refute every tongue that accuses you. This is the heritage of the servant of the Lord. This is their vindication from me. Maraming salamat po.
Ayan ang sinasabi natin. Hindi nyo kayang gawin yan kay Senador Marcoleta. Hindi nyo kayang ipaaresto yan. Subukan nyo ng magkaalamanan. Hindi luluhad at titiklop yan si Senador Marcoleta dahil nasa katwiran siya. Nasa panig siya ng taong bayan at ng saligang batas. Binabaluktot nyo ang katarungan. Diba yung mga bending dalo, kita nyo, itong si Raffy Tulfo nakatanga lang. Sayang ang pasahod. Yung mga malalaking issue na pinagtatalunan, yung mga nakawan na trilyones na mga mali-maleta na ninakaw na mga hestas barabas. Kita nyo ang itsura, nakatanga lang. Magaling lang ito sa away mag-asawa. Wala pa kasing nag-aaway na asawa ng mga senador Malamang, yan ang bida. Kaya sabi nga ni Marcoleta, hindi kayo mananalo kahit ipaaresto nyo ako. Yan ang pinanindigan ni Senador Marcoleta. Huwag ka mag-alala, Senador Marcoleta. Nasa panig ka ng katotohanan. Ang bayan, ang iyong katuwang dito sa laban mo na ito. Naiiyak ako mga kababayan dahil grabe na ang ginagawa nilang panggigipit kay Senador Marcoleta. Nakakaawang Pilipinas, mga kababayan ko. Dahil nananaig ang mga buhay at mga hudas sa ating lipunan na patuloy na nagnanakaw sa ating mga kaban, sa ating mga pera na ating pinaghirapan sa araw-araw ng ating pamumuhay. Ito po si The Wonders Philippines. Kayo na ang umusga. Kayo na ang magkomento. Ipakalat ang bidyong ito mga kababayan. Nanindigan ng ating senador na si Caro Dante Marcoleta na ipaglalaban ng katwiran at katotohanan. Hindi siya titiklop hanggang sa huling hininga kahit siya ay makulong. Grabe, naiiyak ako. Kayo na pong humusga for transparency, for a better democracy. Ako po si The Wonders Philippines. Isang like, isang share po at isang subscribe. Salamat po.